Conformity Antidote. Melting one snowflake at a time. Get ready to be triggered. Here they come, the leaders of the new church, Reverend Cuz and Deacon Tex.
Ow! That hurt! My fingernail!
Hello, viewers! Merry Christmas!
Merry Christmas!
Yes, that's. Oh, look at our little festive. We got the fire going.
I know, it's all nice and... I wish it was nice and toasty. But
that's nice, but it's going to be toasty come Christmas over around here in Maryland. It's going to be like 50 degrees.
Well, yeah.
That doesn't bother me.
Yeah.
I don't need the white Christmas because then everybody has a hard time getting over here, and it's a pain in the ass. But anyway.
That is true. That is so true.
Yes. But welcome to Conformity Antidote in our Christmas show.
Yes.
It's the show we do right before Christmas.
I think this is our second one, isn't it?
Yes.
Yes, second one.
Because our first year, we started on the 27th of December.
Correct.
Which was a little weird. Why did we start on the 27th?
I have no idea.
Anyway.
But this is our second.
Second. And as soon as the 27th kicks in, we'll be rolling into our third year.
Yes.
Having this show.
That's crazy.
Oh, wait. We didn't got no
Oh,
sound.
we
We
don't
got
have
no
any sound.
sounds. Oh,
Oh,
my goodness. Oh, what's going on here?
Oh, that's terrible.
That's terrible with
no.
these. Oh, you know what? I didn't even set them up. So we might have to work with what we got.
Work with what you got. Is that all we've got? Help.
Anywho.
It'll work.
It'll work.
We'll make it work.
We'll be all right.
Oh, look. It looks like everybody's
Not
there.
now.
Look.
There we go.
Everybody's there.
So welcome to our Christmas show. Thank you. Appreciate it.
That's so cheesy.
It is cheesy. Okay, so let's kick. We got one news thing, and I want to spend like 2 seconds on this, and then we're done, and then we're gonna go to our festive.
Yes, to a Christmas festive show. So
Yes.
let's go ahead and kick this off. Oh, shuggy.
I give you present. You unwrap fortune cookie.
Oh yeah, come here, you fat white man, and give me present.
Fat bastard.
You fat bastard.
You look like Santa Claus. You must have something.
Oh yes, you must. It's cut. We know how Santa in China. Anyway, I don't know where that came from.
Anyway.
We got a couple happy holidays.
Miss Jen is with us, and Miss Angela.
Yes. So
Thank you so
Merry
much
Christmas and happy holidays.
Yes.
To you.
Now, we always have other people, like we have people on Twitter and everything that join us, but a lot of times the stuff doesn't come up on our chat. So really the only things is like Facebook and YouTube.
Yes.
But we're on a bunch of other platforms which we're trying out. So we'll see what happens.
I mean, we'll see the comments later, but maybe.
Yeah. So if we don't reply to you or if we don't call you out or something, it's probably because we don't see it.
Yes. And we're snobs.
Oh,
no, we're not.
Oh.
I didn't say that.
Which is why hopefully in the next year, hopefully we're going to get a producer or something and we'll get somebody to come handle us. And just a quick announcement, also in the new year, we'll be getting a brand new studio.
Yes.
Brand new studio. So, anyway.
We're moving up in the world.
We're moving up from the
basement
to the underneath the
side,
stairs.
Yeah, other side of the basement.
Okay. Only thing I want to talk about news, 2 seconds, we're done, is that the worthless jackass Democrats in the House voted for impeachment. And so it was funny because then there was a lot of people, and there's a lot of people that went and tried to interview the Democrats that voted for the impeachment, and they were like, they were like going like this, it's like, and running away. It's like, we know who the hell you are, moron.
Okay,
and you've already. It's just like, it's funny, but
then you have the other side with what is it, Talib or whatever. They had like a dance party or something afterwards. So anyway,
I just want to say, here's the thing: it's going to go to the Senate. It's going to die. You're not going to impeach Trump. He's going to come back. He's going to get reelected, and all you Democrats that are just playing this game, especially those that are in districts of states that Trump carried. Day of reckoning, my friend. You're going to get voted out. So, sorry about your luck. But you know what? You want to play by the rules? That's fine. Or actually, you didn't play by the rules. You play by any rules. But that's okay, because your day of reckoning's coming when you get voted out. Boop, and out just like this. There we go, and then you're done. So, anything to add to that, there, Deacon Tex?
Yeah, it's a sham. You know, I got in a conversation with somebody, and it was talked about the difference. You know, it was just, we were talking about the differences between Bill Clinton's impeachment and Donald Trump's impeachment. And one of the things, a couple things, is the impeachment of Bill Clinton lasted a long time, like 105 days or something like that, or I think even longer.
Even longer than that when they did the investigation.
Right. And the biggest thing I had with what Bill Clinton got himself into trouble was he perjured himself, because he was coming out and he basically said he didn't have sex or whatever. He got caught in a lie while he was under oath. That's my biggest thing. And I think the evidence in this case, obviously it was rushed. Obviously, you know, what 3 weeks worth of stuff. No real evidence reported. You know, it's just stupid. It's like you didn't win over anybody, and it's like, okay, if you would have actually had something concrete or whatever, or if it would have taken a little bit of time, but they're trying to rush it because they know the election's next year. So
right, and they're like the thing that they really don't want to necessarily impeach. Well, they would if they could, but they know they can't. They just want to put that out there. So then when everything's like, you know, coming for, the campaigning for 2020, they're going to say, oh, well, look,
we tried. Impeached. We tried. We did our part. But anyway, it's a joke.
And it's funny how they didn't follow the rules of the House, and they didn't give, like, the minority in the House any witnesses or anything else. And plus, like we said before, we said this, I think it was last week or last show, whatever, is that the Judiciary Committee is the one that does the impeachment. So you explain to me why in the hell the Democrats had the Intelligence Committee doing the investigation and basically, the witnesses and everything else with Adam Schiff.
They're the scapegoat.
You know?
They wanted him to be the scapegoat.
And did you hear also Adam Schiff said, you're not going to pull me in under oath in the Senate and have me testify.
Well, that's
fine.
like,
dude, that's fine. But I thought your stuff was locked tight, you asshole.
Well, not only that, but if they had my thing, my case is this too, and I'm speaking as an independent too, because I could go either or, one way or the other. But my thing is this.
That's your problem too.
I know. My thing is this. It's like, if you had such an airtight case, then why is old Nancy Pelosi holding
articles of impeachment?
Yeah, why is she holding it back from the Senate? If you were so sure of yourself that you thought this was going to go through, you would have immediately sent it over. Like, what happened? Okay, what happened back when Bill Clinton, when the Republican House impeached Bill Clinton? Immediately, it went right over to the Senate. They started their thing. Okay, Bill Clinton was acquitted, but they did what they needed to do. Like, boom, boom. They followed the rules of it. Anyway, let's stop talking about it.
Yeah, because this is Christmas. But anyway, point being, like I said before, day of reckoning. All you Democrats, craps that voted against them for no reason, You just signed your own death warrant. I mean, I don't mean death warrant like death, but
how,
like you're going to get voted out, and then you're.
But how ironic? How ironic though that right after. How ironic? I know,
Isn't it ironic?
Don't you think? It's like Ray on your wedding day.
Okay.
Anyway,
that was. Ooh. That was bad.
Yikes. My last little tidbit. It's like I do find the irony that they vote to impeach him, and then the very next day they signed the treaty agreement that's replacing NAFTA.
USMC.
Yeah, and then they're like giving themselves a pat on the back, saying, "Oh, see, we did this for the president." I know,
because it didn't even come about until Trump went and negotiated with Mexico and Canada, and oh, by the way, it sat on Pelosi's desk for more than 8 months. You dumb.
But this is like
dumb.
Anyway.
All right, we're done.
We're done with.
We're done with the news. All right.
It's time to get a little Christmassy.
Christmas. Sounds like air escaping. Okay, so.
Watch me. I better watch my
You
mouth.
better watch it, dude.
I don't want to get. Hey, we just got back on Facebook a little bit ago. I don't get kicked off yet.
Yeah, we just got back. We were banned off of Facebook.
Well, not only that, but they got the YouTube police are out there now too. I don't know if you read about that, but they got the YouTube police. If you're bullying somebody and you're saying something that we don't like, we're gonna take your page down. Oh.
All right, so let's get on.
Let's get on with the show.
Get on with the show. Oh, I did have an impeach here. There you go. Boo. Oh. Okay, we're done.
Or you could have done this other one too. Like letting out a lot of hot air.
A lot of hot air, especially Nadler with his pants all the way up here. Anyway. All right. So it is time for Oprah's favorite thing. Yay!
Now.
Yes.
This is the list that she didn't put out that you all don't know about. Only the Reverend Cousin I do.
This is an exclusive
list that she gave to Conformity Antidote.
Yes. So here we go with Oprah.
Should I?
Yes. All right. So number 1, here we go. Is bread. Oh. I love bread. I love bread.
And yes, so do we. We like bread. We love bread too, Oprah.
Good job, Oprah.
Yeah.
Because I love bread.
Yes.
I love.
I'll tell you right now, at one of my favorite podcasts we did before we actually started coming on video. One of my favorite podcasts we did was the one where we did Oprah. And I think the most I laughed when we did Oprah and her bread and the baskets. You get a basket. So anyway, if you can go back and if you have the way to go back and listen to that podcast, it's great. So anyway,
so bread.
Why?
Because she loves bread. I love bread.
Okay, so let's see what's going on next.
Okay, hold on.
I'm not going to do the gong.
Chocolate spray. You know, when you're having those times where you're on a diet and you're not allowed to eat, sweets and stuff, we have an alternative out there for you. It's chocolate spray. It comes in, you just spray it on your tongue, and you get that taste of chocolate. However, Oprah does nothing small.
No, she is just all in.
All in. So as you can see, she's got the 55-gallon drum. She's got the 55-gallon drum of chocolate spray, and then you can see the industrial spray.
I love it.
With chocolate spray.
Can you imagine that?
She's up to a couple barrels a month, and so I think there might need to be. I can't even talk.
I know.
There will need to be an intervention for
yes.
Oprah. on the chocolate spray.
A chocolate spray intervention.
And I think she probably sprays it all over her bread as well.
Yes.
So, do I have that? No, I don't.
No, we do not have that.
Yeah, we had a sound effect for that, but our stuff is all jacked up. Anyway,
I wonder if when she gets kinky with Stedman, if he like sprays her with
what?
Open wide, Oprah.
What do you think he's doing blackface?
Oh, I didn't say that.
That's rude.
That's mean. Never mind.
All right. All right. Let's get into it. We got a bunch of these.
So, yeah, hold on. Here we go.
Next.
Number 3.
Number 3 is baskets. I love baskets. You know why I love baskets?
Why do you love baskets?
Because I can put my bread in the basket.
Yes, you can. All right.
Unfortunately, except for the big old chunky soccer moms that go to Oprah's show just so they can get free stuff, these baskets are empty.
Yes, they are.
So she's going to give out baskets. There's just nothing in them.
Yes.
Because I want to really know if you're here for me
or my
gifts. Because
yes.
I thought you guys loved me. So I thought you were coming to my show for me and not the baskets. So here's your baskets. They're just empty.
Yes. Here's your empty basket. You want a loaf of bread? Here's your damn loaf of bread.
Ooh, that's some crunchy bread. Oh, that must be French loaf.
Yeah, it's French loaf, all right.
French loaf, you got to kind of do something with it. Soften it up so you can eat it.
It is a little
firm.
A little firm. It's a firm bread. Firm. Oh, she's firm. Oh, big.
Big.
Oh, big.
And after that, you're.
Yes.
Actually, because you're stopped up. There you go.
Doing a lot of that.
All right.
All right, let's go on to number 4.
Hold on, I got to get rid of it. Maybe I should just delete them. Anyway, where are we at?
Number 4.
I lost it. What's number 4?
You're right,
1, 2,
right there.
3, 4. Oh, yes. This one.
Oh.
It's bread. Because I love bread. I love bread. Thank you. I love bread.
I know. I love bread too. It's so tasty. It's nice with a little peanut butter and jelly on it, or just a little bit of butter, a slather of butter,
or another loaf on top of it.
Oh yes, another loaf.
You have a smash sandwich.
Take
2 loaves and smash them together.
And just go at it. No meat.
Bread.
Yep. No meat.
Because I love bread.
All right.
Where's those baskets? I put that bread in my basket.
All right. So.
Wait a minute. All right, get rid of that one.
Here we go. Next. Oh, these look familiar. I've seen these before.
Nets.
Oprah loves
anti-suicide nets.
Yes. Oprah loves her anti-suicide nets. I mean, look at that.
She won't even let him commit suicide. So, if they go to commit suicide, Oprah donated all these nets. They fall in the net. The police get them. They beat the crap out of them.
Yep.
Then they throw them right back into work.
Yep. Oh, back to work you go. Ooh. But that's awfully nice of her. That way we can make sure that Billy and Jenny get their baby dolls and stuff. You know, their
thanks to Oprah, yes. Kids will have a Christmas this year.
Yes, because this is like a toy factory. You make your Christmas happy. Oh, you get back to work.
You're making me
Money.
The yen. Oh, that's Japan. Never mind.
We'll see.
What's Chinese?
I don't know. The won, I think, or the
won.
or the won yuan.
Wonton soup?
Something like that.
Okay. Anyway, so the Nets. So
Yes, thank you, Oprah.
another episode of our podcast. You got to go back and listen to her talk about the Nets.
Yeah, I think it was like we were like
Because we did letters to Oprah.
yeah, we did. We did their letters to Oprah.
Oh,
I think we were like even like it was like at the Apple factory or something like that. It's like go back, make that iPhone. I'm jumping.
no, the Apple factory is when. Remember when I caught the two people having sex in the apple bin?
Oh yeah.
And then we said they were making applesauce from crab apples.
Don't ever. Hey, whatever you do, be leery about the Musselman applesauce. If you go with Lucky Leaf or whatever. if you do Musselman when you're at the grocery store, just kind of take
or Mott's.
Or was it Mott's or Musselman?
Musselman's the one I worked for. That's the one I caught. But there's Mott's. That's the other one. You can get that.
Or like Mott's. Make sure you look at the.
My glasses are fucking
Go to the grocery store and lift up the jar and make sure that there's no. Look for any foreign substances.
Yeah, foreign substances.
So,
all right, let's read
anyway,
that one. And
thank you, Oprah, for the Nets. And
All
I'm
right.
sure the Chinese appreciate it as well.
Next.
Oh.
Yoga pants. Oh, I must do some meditation. Oh, there goes all my seams.
You gone up and got too much kung pao. You need some how we say, don't take the whole pan of fried rice back to your table.
It's all you can eat. It's all you can eat, but not forever.
Yeah, no.
You're here for an hour. Why are you here for an hour?
Thanks you.
Out of my restaurant.
All right.
Okay,
right.
so look, let me tell you something, okay?
Oh my gosh.
Okay, with the yoga pants, okay? There's got to be, we've talked about yoga pants before, right?
Yes, we have.
There's got to be an age limit and a weight limit. Because I'm telling you, these things are almost see-through.
I know.
Matter of fact, I tell you what, those things are stretched so tight,
right
you could
there.
probably shoot that girl right in the ass. It'd be like bulletproof. It would just bounce.
You that? No. All you have to do, if you go up and touch it, it runs a snag all the way.
Oh, there goes the seams.
There's a run in it.
Seams.
We're terrible. I was,
I'll tell you what, you can't get a pair of underwear in there.
Oh,
They must be wearing a thong.
They're going commando.
Oof.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Get it? You get it, girl.
I like to go to the club with my yoga pants.
Yes, ma'am.
Mm.
So Oprah,
Because that's what she's doing.
yes,
She's at the club right there.
She's at the club.
She's
She's
at the
having a
club
great
right there.
time.
See that? Whoa, man, she's okay. Wow.
she is having a great time. So
She looks like she's got her twins with her.
it looks like she's smuggling somebody in there.
She's got two midgets. She's got two midgets. They didn't want to pay the cover.
It's ladies' night, so she's all right. She gets in free. And how many people can she
She
stuff?
couldn't get in. She couldn't get in free. They had to butter the door jam.
That is so wrong. That is. There again,
Oops,
we do
she
not
fell.
we don't condone this kind of
No.
here at Conformity Antidote, but this is all Oprah's fault. So Oprah,
Yeah.
thank you for stretch pants. And you know what?
That's
I will
right.
say this.
You say something.
Do they actually make something other than like stretch pants or yoga pants that could actually fit what we just saw?
She's
do they make
smuggling ham.
Or it could be the Christmas goose. It's still alive.
Just to let Joe Biden get a hold of it.
Wait a minute, your butt just spit back.
Ooh. Ooh. Oh, it was butt implants. Ooh.
Can you imagine if, like, Joe Biden would go up to her, he's like, hey, and if she was smuggling in a goose, and it'd be like, oh, damn, her butt bit back.
Oh.
Snap my hand. Ooh.
Okay.
All right. So, Oprah, thank you. She loves stretch pants. And
She does.
So let's see what's next on
Let
Oprah's
me
list.
hold on. Let me move this because this one's in the way.
Okay.
All right, hold on. All right.
Here we go.
Where are we at? This one?
Yes, sir. Oh, look at that.
Bread. Because I love bread. I love bread.
Yes. Yes, obviously. Oprah
That's a
loves
crusty loaf.
her bread. Yes. And you know what? That is a good looking loaf right there.
I love a good loaf.
That is
So,
that's a good loaf of bread
I'm
right
get rid
there.
of this one too.
So
Just get in the way. I should just remove them all when I get through them. All right.
So next. Oh, what is that? Oh, I'll tell you what.
It's you ever have those times where you're at
Yes.
where you're somewhere and the chairs just don't fit?
Hey, you know what? Yes.
Okay. Well, I mean, don't see it here, but this is a sample. And Oprah has a chair horn, kind of like a shoe horn,
Right.
but it's able to, you put it in and you're able to slide your butt right into the chair.
Really? So you said like, oh, so and when you're at So when you're in that going on the airplane and you're trying to
Yes.
fit it and go in that tight seat because
Yes.
I'm telling you, I'm not getting fatter. They're making them airplane seats a lot smaller. I'm telling you that right now. Yo, they can say what they want to. This ass ain't getting any bigger. And some seats are getting small. Stop. But so if I can get that now, will it help me get out? Well, like if I have to pop myself out, like
That you're on your own.
it just lowers.
We
your
just
end.
make the chair horn to get you in. Get out. Well, you're gonna need assistance for that. But that's what the flight attendants are for.
Yes. To help with things. I mean, I want to see the shoe horn.
Especially
work.
if you get the.
I want to see the chair horn work on that.
That's especially if you get the. Especially if you get the gay flight attendant, because he's gonna be like, oh, honey, honey.
The last time I saw something like that, the last time I saw that much cottage cheese, it was at the salad bar.
You call those calves that look more like stairs to me, sweetheart.
Yeah.
Hourglass figure. Well, your time's up, honey.
We're all sisters under the skin. Well, you better hurry up and go back in and send your sister out.
You're getting it straight. You're getting it wrinkled.
You're getting her skin all wrinkled.
That's not very nice.
I know we aren't very, but you know what? I'm going to tell you right now.
Tell me something.
That right there, that picture right there. Miss Angela, we're going to have to give you the. But you're right. Anyhow, that picture right there, we could actually have done a commercial for Samsonite. Because I'm going to tell you right now,
That's your
there's
carry-on?
there's Samsonite card table chairs. I want to tell you right now because if that chair could hold that woman up, that's the kind of chair I want to have.
Really?
That's sturdy right there. Unless of course she
that's
moves
one
a little
way.
bit.
That's one way to put it.
Yeah, that's
sturdy.
That's a sturdy chair right there. So
Sturdy.
anyhow,
Anywho,
thank you, Oprah. Again, and I agree. So far, everything on Oprah's list is like
It's dead on, ain't it?
I'm telling you, it's a shame I'm done my Christmas shopping because I think I would have went out and especially I would have. I forgot all about the chair horn.
Right.
I didn't even know anything about it.
You know what?
That's awesome.
It makes a fine gift.
Yes.
It makes a fine gift. And I do believe if I saw it online, $29.95.
That's great.
That's a good price.
That is a great price.
Yeah.
All right.
Because what that's going to do for you, see, is going to prevent you from having to pay the extra seat ticket, right?
Right.
And you'll be able to wedge right into the one seat.
Oof.
Pay one price. And you know what you ought to do though? Is you ought to keep the belt buckle in the seat, so when you sit down on it, it goes up in your butt. And then if there's turbulence, it's like a tail hook on a carrier. It'll bring you right back in. Boom, boom.
You'd have an instant armrest, Bear. Because your ass.
No, that's sexual harassment.
Your ass would be.
That's
like,
unwanted touching.
Your ass would be in the chair, and in the weight, the fat would be displaced.
Like this. It'd probably come up. Like
excuse me, man.
Excuse me. Only one to a seat. Can you tell your couple friends to go back to their seat?
We are so terrible. We're gonna get kicked off at the beginning. We're gonna start off the new year by getting kicked off. But I like that. I like the chair horn. Yes,
it's a classic.
Yes, it is. All right, let's move on.
All right.
So
next.
Look at that. Oh, I like. Me likey.
Yes. So these are the upper arm compression sleeves.
Okay.
As you can plainly see here, let's make it a little bit larger. As you can see with Miss Oprah, see right down here, she's got a lot. She's got a lot of flab right here on the arm, right here. See that?
Yep.
So it goes.
Yeah, she got that little turkey neck underneath her arm.
Yeah, so it's like she could probably start flying. Anyway. So what she has on her favorite things is a arm compression sleeve. You put that on, see, and then you put your blouse on, and it just holds that nice and tight.
You know.
So whenever you're waving goodbye, you don't knock out the people to the left and right.
You're not stretching out your shirt or your blouse. That material. Here we go. That material.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead. What are you doing? Oh. Or you don't do this when you're waving goodbye.
Excuse me. Do you mind just like standing a little bit off to the side there? You keep whacking me in the face with your flabby arms. Not anymore. I've got my compression sleeve.
Yeah. Hold on. Give me a second.
Can you imagine when you try?
You know what? And they also have the inflatable ones, so you don't even have to put on any water wings when you go in the pool.
Can you imagine though once you take that thing off, what your arms are gonna look like? It's all the blood and stuff. All the blood and stuff that's being constricted, or you end up passing out because you're constricting the blood flow.
Just make sure you put a little deodorant on there before you put the sleeve on, because this will probably be stanking.
Yes, it'll be stanky.
So,
but I do like it. I do. You know what? I actually think that is a good idea, Oprah. I like that. Makes you get like firm arms.
Oh yeah. Oh, goodbye, Grandma. Don't say goodbye to Grandma.
Not anymore. That's what I'm gonna get as a Christmas gift.
Yes. Well, and I do believe these are going for $19.95.
Oh, that's very. Sorry. That's a special. That's a good price.
That's a
very good price.
Okay.
So
that is lovely. That is
lovely, Oprah.
That is lovely.
So what do we got next?
And the
last one,
but not least.
Oh.
Bread. I love bread. I love bread.
she's got all kinds. She's got your French, your rye bread, your Italian loaf.
Yes.
You got
I think,
wheat. You
I
got
think
your wheat
I think we
bread.
have a little focaccia right here.
Yep, focaccia. How about what's
Or is that
That looks like a baguette.
Oh,
over here.
baguette.
Baguette.
is that focaccia or is it the what is it?
It's Wonder Bread.
You mean white bread? Cracker?
Nobody eats white bread anymore. That's
Is
bad
it
for
focaccia
you.
or is
I
it
don't
the ciabatta?
Ciabatta, yes.
Oh, could be. Well, I guarantee whatever bread you want, she's got it because she loves bread.
Yes. Oprah loves bread.
And if she
And-
did end up running for president, that would be her campaign slogan.
I'm telling you right, and she just might sneak out a vote from Deacon Tex, getting a little bread basket. I'm just saying.
Because you know what?
I can be bought.
She's worked her way for that bread.
I can be bought. Yes.
Because I love Hoppo. God knows I do, but I strike him dead before I let him take my bread. I better find some of my life for my bread. It's a little color purple.
Yes, little color purple action. There.
Actually, one of my favorite movies, to be honest with you.
It was a good movie.
It was a good movie. One of my favorite. So like Color Purple, Shawshank Redemption, Braveheart, some other ones. But yeah, Color Purple is actually one of my favorite movies.
You know, I think we'll do that sometime at the beginning of next year. I know we did like our favorite horror films, I think, but we never did actually like our favorite
films. Movies, period?
Yeah, our favorite films, period. So we might have to do that.
We'll have to do that.
To-
But I think for our next one, right before not Thanksgiving, New Year's.
New Year's.
I think that's when we're going to do the beer tasting.
Yes.
So stay tuned for that.
See if we can't get a couple of. Well, I don't know. I don't know about everybody's schedule, but get
Yeah.
some.
If not, we'll just do
some
it.
special guest stars. But if not, yeah, it would be just us.
Everyone get bread.
Yes, I like it. I want some bread. And I tell you what, if Oprah can throw in a little chocolate spray action in there,
I want some bread, but I want it to rain.
Yeah, rain that bread.
Rain it. I don't want slices either. I want a whole loaf.
Nope. Yeah, you got that right. Cut that, mother.
All right.
All right.
So let's thank you, Oprah, for sharing your favorite things with us. 2019.
To Conformity Antidote only. You will not hear that list anywhere else.
No, you will not.
And I wonder why.
Well, yeah. I wonder why you won't. But anyway, we love it anyway.
Yes, and we love Oprah.
So stay tuned for next year, and we'll have Oprah's favorite things 2020.
Yep. Part tray.
Oh, Trey.
Not dos, but tres.
How you get trays?
Well, it could be a third time. No, we don't know. This will be our first time doing it.
Right.
So this will be dos. Dos.
All right. So now,
Let's go. What's what we got next?
next what we're going to do, we're going to talk about Christmas bullshit, right? And there's all kind of stuff that you got to deal with at Christmas. Now, number one, let's just put the disclaimer out there.
Yes.
Tex and I love Christmas.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
But unfortunately, all the merry stuff about Christmas isn't funny.
No.
So that's why we got to bitch about it, because that's what's funny.
Yes. The other side. The dark side of Christmas.
But we love Christmas, and we're not bashing Christmas. We
Nope.
love it. Just it's not funny if we just talk about.
Well, and we are the speakers of truth on this show.
That's right.
And let's just be honest.
Well, our truth anyway.
Yes. The truth according to the Reverend Cousin Deacon Tex. But I'm telling you right now, the truth is there are people out there, and there are just some things that happen around the holidays that, just really try your patience and just really make you pray to the Lord above and wish him a happy birthday and hope God gets some intervention down here. So that's what we're doing. We're going over that list.
So hopefully you only got to hopefully you only got to deal with this once a year.
Exactly.
But, all right. So first Christmas bullshit is dealing with family.
Was that Bob Ross?
No, that's Deacon Tex back in high school. Tex, what you doing? That's a nice tie you got there, bud.
Thanks. It was in back then. and that's my mom, and my daddy, and my sister, and my cousin, and my and my nephew, niece.
My nephew Bo Cephas.
Bo Cephas, right
So
there.
dealing with family. Now look, now there may be people out there that their family is absolutely wonderful, and that's fine. But there are others whose family, well, even dealing with them once a year is a little bit too much to ask. All right, I'm telling you. So I know on my side of the family, I used to invite them over, and I tell you what, once everybody left, no food. All food's gone. It's like it brought over Tupperware.
Hey, hey, you see that layout over there? That could last us all week. That's school lunches for a whole week.
Ethel, bring your purse over here. So, it's almost like they brought their own Tupperware. So it's like you plan this big meal. So you're providing. Everybody comes to your house. You provide the turkey, mashed potatoes, the whole thing, and then the other person in your family brings over like a 2-liter of Coke. That's all you got. You can't roll no green bean casserole. You can't even make a dessert. Now you coming out with a 2-liter bottle of Coke.
Right. Or, okay, can you at least bring over like 2 and a couple bags of chips? I mean.
No, nothing. Maybe a cheese plate.
Yeah, exactly.
Some cheese and meat.
Yes.
No. So dealing with the family, and it always happens that usually with family, the subjects that they always try to stay away from always seem to come out. And the biggest one of that is politics.
I know. It's like always, don't you think I think that's funny. It's like, okay, we are not talking about politics. No talking about politics.
Let me tell you something.
So I tell you what, I'm really glad that son of a bitch is getting impeached. Whoa! I thought we were talking politics. I'm just saying.
You gonna get off my porch, boy? Yeah, it always happens.
And then let the real festivities begin.
Right out on the front lawn.
Yep, and here come the cops.
Or let your drunk uncle. Back in the old days, when I'm from Alabama, let your drunk uncle go to the outhouse in pitch black and let him get inside there with a possum. Or a raccoon. Raccoon will attack him.
I'll tell you.
Now, a possum will just hiss at you and then
right.
go away.
Yeah, then go away.
A raccoon will jump right on your ass.
Yep.
So
go right at you.
Yeah, I actually had that experience.
Oof.
I was visiting my Uncle Wayne. He lived down in Pulaski, Tennessee. And people have heard this story before, but he's way back in the sticks. I mean, way back in there. They got to like shift the light back in there. It's so dark. So so you go to the outhouse, and so there's a clothesline from the house to the outhouse. So you grab that and just slide with it and go to the outhouse. Well, I did that and opened the outhouse one time. There was a possum in there. I think I was about, 8, 9, 10 round in there. The possum hissed at me. Took off running, and wouldn't you know it? Oh, look, we don't have it. Dang. Anyway, ran right into an electric fence. Shocked the shit out of me.
That's funny.
It is. It was. It wasn't funny at the time, but it's funny.
I bet.
So anyway, any family BS you're talking about?
No, we were fortunate. I guess my family was fortunate enough that for the most part we didn't do the whole. The only family that got together at Christmas time was our immediate family. We didn't do the whole let's invite the grandparents. We didn't do the get together with the grandparents, the aunts, the cousins, the sisters, everybody. It wasn't like the National Lampoon Christmas Vacation thing where everybody showed up at the house. It was just my mom, dad, me and my brother, my sister, whatever. That's it. So basically, our Christmas, it wasn't. It didn't devolve anything out of the ordinary. So I was fortunate, knock on wood, but I've heard other stories of the gatherings and the.
Yeah, you get that's what, and just hopefully you don't have one of those families that ends up bringing like a lot of wine over, and then, man, halfway through the night, woo, and they start talking about stuff that they weren't supposed to say or bring up.
So, Karen, when the hell are you going to get married? I just want to know. You're not getting any younger. And when are you going to have...
And I think your eggs are going to dry up.
I'm telling you, you're 20 years old. You need to find a man. I was married when I was 17.
And I had my first child before that.
Yep, I had my first child when I was 13. I had 5 children before I was 20. And I was working 3 jobs. Oh, Lordy.
And we had that house. Anyway. All right. There's the baskets.
So anyway.
Okay, let's remove those baskets out of the way because this is going to get on my nerves. All right.
So what's our next, what's the next thing we hate? Or not hate, but just Christmas bullshit. Ugh.
Shopping.
Get out of my way.
Actually, I guess we probably shouldn't do the bullet.
No,
because there's been some shootings.
Yes, that was a.
All right.
Shopping.
Okay, obviously everybody shopped around Christmas time. That is when people lose their ever-loving mind. And I'm not even talking about Black Friday. I'm just talking about any other time, probably between Black Friday and Christmas. That's where you see the worst of people people are freaking nuts. All right?
Yes.
And it's like, it's a gift. Who gives a crap? It's for somebody who you really don't give a crap about, but you're trying to impress. F them.
Right.
Who cares?
That's not what the whole thing's about anyway. But see, we've evolved. They'll be coming up here shortly. Yep.
Well, you could combine those because I have the same picture for the both.
But it's like
it's commercialism.
Right. These people that are so okay. We were talking about Reverend Cousin and I have been upstairs watching football today, and they had the commercial on with the Walmart commercial. I'm sure you all seen it, where the parents are in there. They got the little Frozen 2,
the princess stuff,
the Frozen 2 princess stuff, and the little girl, she looks like she's about 7 years old or 8, comes in. I don't want to be a princess anymore. I want to be a director. So mom and dad are like, oh, okay, I'm going to buy you a computer and a brand new camera. I'm just going to get you whatever you want, sweetie, whatever you want. Because that's what we do as parents. We give our kids everything they want. Yes. Bullshit.
Oh,
I'm sorry, but that's that right there. But that's the whole thing about people getting all bent out of shape about gifts and consumerism and just getting. I mean, I don't think things are as bad now as they were back in the '80s before online shopping. I don't know for those of you that are old enough to remember, which is probably most of us that are watching the show or are part of the show. When I remember the Cabbage Patch craze, and these women were beating the crap out of each other at Toys R Us to get a stupid, ugly Cabbage Patch doll.
But that was funny.
And and it's just like every year it was like a different toy that they had to have, and they were fighting each other over, lined up out the door for a mile away,
spending the night for like a night and a half or something. It's like, you know,
get that damn toy.
It ain't worth that much. And especially, I tell you what, especially for your little snot-nosed punk kids.
Right. It's going to they don't care.
They don't care, and they probably don't deserve it 9 times out of 10.
Mm-hmm. I know I didn't. Yeah, well, I didn't deserve the stuff I got, but I got it anyway. It was very nice. Yes, but I deserve everything I got. I was a good boy.
No. What? You were the son of Satan. You were there, Damien.
Yes. But anyway,
your parents should have whooped your ass.
I know they should have. But I agree, and I see that you have listed here traffic. Oh my God.
Mm-hmm.
Why is it that you go in and these people? It's like they forget everything that they were taught in driving school, because obviously or driver's education or whatever, when they go out and they go to the mall or go to the store and they're looking around for a parking spot and they're coming down in the right hand lane, or they're backing out without even it just yeah.
And they'll come ripping through that parking lot at like 80 miles an hour.
Yep.
Looking for that parking spot. They see that parking spot. And it's like, look.
Hey, Ethel, there's this empty spot over there. Hurry.
Punch it, Ethel.
Hurry. Hurry. Ah!
And half the thing is, you could still have, kids coming out and this and the other. Because I'll tell you what, that's one thing that'll piss me off is I see somebody ripping through a parking lot.
Then there's kids running around.
Well,
anyway.
Well, you don't even know if there's kids running around.
You don't even matter.
Okay, granted, if they ran out in front of you, would it be their fault? Probably. Well, unless you're speeding or whatever. But the point is, but that shit you're going to have to deal with for the rest of your life.
Yeah, exactly.
And a child's dead or whatever. So anyway, just don't get stupid.
Yes.
And I swear, everyone, so then they do this, especially where we live. They do this great thing where they put these traffic cones out and try to redirect traffic. Doesn't work.
No.
It still F's it up. So it's like, you know what? You're not doing anything. You geniuses that,
if you
engineered this parking lot and this outlet, it's...
Well, not only that, but if you ask me, the traffic cones actually...
we didn't ask you.
Oh,
go ahead.
But anyway, I'm going to say it anyway. The traffic cones actually confuse you even more, because you're going up there and all you see is these lines of cones. And unless they have a sign or somebody sitting there directing, it's like, okay, which part of the cones do I go into? Or is this this like a road test? Texas, I think it's like one of those road tests, like when you're drunk. So we go get snookered, and then we just go through the slalom. Well, how did I do? Well, all the cones are intact, but you hit Grandma at the end.
Oh, I'm sorry, Grandma.
Grandma didn't get run over by a reindeer. She got run over by a Land Rover.
Tuck and roll, Grandma.
Tuck and roll.
All right.
So anyway,
here's one coming up that.
Here we go.
One coming up that just.
This always
chafes my biscuits. Freaking Disney.
Oh, we don't have that on here anymore.
No, we don't. That was the old one. It's freaking Disney.
You wish upon a star.
Now, you want to talk about some money grubbing, freaking greedy ass bastards. Freaking Disney. All right? And especially right before Christmas something, they come out with the 5,000th edition directors, mothers, brothers, cousins cut of the freaking movie that they made back in 1930, like I was gonna say Oprah.
Oh, I like bread.
Or Snow White or something. And it's like,
not Snow White. That's
right. That's right.
Sexist.
That is sexist because he kissed her without asking her. But of course she was half dead. She was in a coma, whatever. But anyway. Oh, that's your girl, Kristen Bell, and Keira Knightley. That's stupid skank. Anyway, so freaking Disney, man. I hate Disney. It's just like you know what? You just do your thing and let it ride. But you guys just take everything, and now you're gonna F everything up like you do everything else. And it's like
this is my.
But just real quick.
Okay.
But people seem to think, well, because it's Disney. Oh, it's great. We love it. We love it. All the fat soccer moms with all the Disney crap all over their freaking minivan. I like to slap the shit out of them.
That's my mom.
She's not a minivan.
Mama, if you're watching this show,
I'm sorry, Mama.
My mom loves Disney. She would live in Disney World if she had the opportunity. But anyway, she's a little crazy.
Give her some of that. Knock some sense into her. But it's just It's just, but since it's Disney, it's okay. But I mean, they're worse. I mean, freaking Disney's worse than freaking anybody that comes up with any bullshit they think is bullshit, like oil companies or these freaking savings and loans or this, that, and the other. Freaking Disney is the worst out of all of them. And I know everybody. I know a lot of people like Disney.
I know Angela does too.
I know. I get it, but it's like,
It's
damn.
This is all right,
Already. Enough.
This is my problem with Disney. I like the Disney product. However, I do agree with Reverend Cuz. Back in the day when Michael Eisner was running the company and basically kind of brought Disney was kind of, I don't know how many people realize this, but Disney was kind of teetering on the fringe. And then Michael Eisner came in and he became the CEO of Disney and basically put it back on track again. Well, he left. Okay, he left or whatever. This other guy came in, and now ever since then, it's all about the profit. The prices at the theme park go up every year as if it's not expensive enough. It's not like, okay, you're making money hand over fist. There's no reason to keep raising the prices up. And one of the things I am still a buyer of. Reverend Cuz makes fun of me about this all the time. I'm still a buyer of DVDs and Blu-rays. I'm old school still. I'm not the streamer. But all the Star Wars and all the Marvel, like let's say when Disney took over the Marvel Studios and took over the Star Wars property, you can't even sniff a disc like buying any of those movies for like no less than like $25. And that's crazy. That is, and like all the rest of them,
it doesn't cost any much to produce the damn
not
things.
Not at all. And a lot of these other companies, like Fox Studios and Paramount and all these other ones, they'll put them on sale or the price after like a year or 2 years after the movie's been out. They're like in the $5 bin. Not Disney. Nope. They keep the price at like $20, $25, and they pull the game where they'll actually stop selling it. They'll remove it from the public, so you can't buy it anymore, and they'll wait a couple years, and then they'll re-release it to the uncut director's versions, mother's
sons, cousins,
The Little
teachers.
Mermaid. But so, Disney. I tell you what, Walt Disney's probably rolled over in his grave like 200 times because his intent was for family fun and stuff like that. The people in charge of Disney now, it's all about the Benjamins, yo. That's what I'm saying.
So
hey, Mickey Mouse, give me that mother money. Bet.
You all right? So do you ever think they'll get to the point where they'll pull all the DVDs and all that stuff, and anytime you want to watch a Disney movie that wasn't in the theaters, you got to hit the streaming service.
See, that is one.
And they crank the streaming service.
That is actually one of the things that, and actually, I think some members of Congress kind of started looking at was the fact that was initially brought up that Disney is, I think, actually right now, TNT. I know we're rambling on about this, but TNT is whatever. It's like one of the only stations that is allowed to run. They've got the contract to run the Star Wars movies, all of them. After, I think, 2020 or 2021 or whatever, Disney told them, you're done. You cannot run Star Wars will not be seen on any regular TV anymore, except on Disney Plus streaming service. And then they were wondering about that. And they were talking about doing that, possibly doing away with putting them out on DVD and Blu-ray. Oh, if you want to watch the movie after it's been out, if you didn't make it at the theater, you have to subscribe to our service because we're not making it available to anybody else.
Right.
But
Think about it, because if I don't have to pay for the manufacturing of the DVDs and everything else, and I just slap it on the streaming service, boom.
Right.
That's more profit in my pocket.
Yep.
You have to go to the streaming service. And oh, by the way, if the streaming service is what was it, $20? I don't even know what it is.
Yeah, it's not super expensive at the moment.
At the moment. But they're going to say, oh, all the Disney content that you'll ever be able to deal with is on the streaming service. And since you're not doing the DVDs anymore, now we're going to crank it up to whatever, $49.95 or whatever the hell.
And for all you people out there, they're like, well,
I don't watch any Mickey Mouse and Donald Duck. I haven't watched that crap since I was just a wee little tiny thing of a weed.
But I'll tell you what, if you like anything Star Wars, if they put out new Marvel movies, which they are, they're still if you like those type of movies, guess who owns them? Disney.
Mm-hmm.
So that's my beef with Disney. I like the Disney, I like Disney movies. I like the stuff like that, but I don't like what's happening with the greed. There again, it's greed gone to the extreme. That's my thing with Disney.
You wait. You heard it here first. You wait to see what they do with that streaming service, and then see what other products are available once they do.
Well,
I mean, they'll have, like Angela's talking about stuffed toys. I mean, they'll still have that and stuff, but anything that has to do with any type of media,
right? It's gonna
you watch.
Well, and Netflix, it's already happening with Netflix. Their prices, their streaming prices are going up. So now the fight's on between Netflix. You got Disney Plus, Hulu Plus, all those. You
got Apple TV. They're trying to really bust their stuff in.
So. That was crazy. Anyway,
let's move on. It looks like we're all going to be able to do is finish off this category.
Yeah. Well, then we'll do the best gifts thing.
Okay. So next.
Whoops, sorry.
Freaking atheists. Atheists, you have the perfect right. This is a free country, right? And this is a free country, and you can believe in God, worship God, or you don't have to. All right? But let me tell you something there, Bucky. This country was founded on the beliefs, the Judeo-Christian beliefs, and that's where the morality comes from, ethics. Because here's the point. Everybody wants to talk about, we don't need God and this, that, and the other, okay? Well, if you don't believe, obviously you don't believe in God anyway. But the point is, he's like, because without him, you don't have any morality. Oh, because we as humans are going to come up and just with our own morality, or we're going to do the right thing without really having any type of guidelines on it.
Right.
Yeah. Look at history there, Bucky. And oh, by the way, it says, stop worrying and enjoy your life. Look at him. Look at this dude. Here, let's bring him in here. Does it really look like he's enjoying his life? Here, look at him.
Hey, man, what's happened? I'm enjoying my life.
There's no God, yo. All right, look. And so the atheist. So here's the thing. All right. Then when it's Christmas time, take your punk ass to work, or go, or you know what? Go. Don't take off. And if your company takes off, go work part-time at a freaking diner or something. But don't take off the holiday, because that's something you don't believe in, you asshole.
Well,
and you're perfectly fine to not believe it. But you know what?
Don't
come busting our ass. Go F yourself.
You know the excuse I've heard?
It's hard to tell.
Well, first off, one of two things. Why is it that you never hear about these bozos? 360 days out of the year. You never hear from these idiots. But all of a sudden, as soon as we get closer to Christmas, there is no God. Why are you all celebrating this? Get that out of there. There's no such thing as the nativity. And I don't know why I'm doing that anyway.
Yeah, why are you doing that?
I don't know.
Well, that's probably what Antifa sounds like.
But anyway,
not that Antifa are atheists, but a lot of most be like maybe.
But it's like, well, and then I've heard the argument. I've actually looked up, and you heard they're like, well, Christmas, that Jesus really wasn't born on Christmas. It was the winter solstice, and actually Christmas was around a pagan holiday. Blah, 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 blah. Now, and they try to bring up Santa Claus, okay? I want to tell you right now, if you do your research on the origins of Christmas and, what has been commercialized now, but if you do the origins of it like Santa and stuff like that, it is all Christian-based. Santa was a reverend, he was a minister or whatever that actually distributed toys or whatever to the kids that didn't have anything or whatever, and he would do like sneak around. He was very unassuming. He was like in the Catholic Church, and he was very unassuming, didn't want people to know who was doing it, and that started the whole legend. The tree, there's origins with the tree and stuff like that. So it's like, shut up. Just shut up.
I mean, if you're not a believer, you don't worship. That's fine. Do your thing, man.
Yes.
But don't be busting people's chops because they believe in God.
Well, not only that, but I'm going to tell you right now. If show this dude again.
Oh,
Show
homeschool-
homie there. I'm going to tell you right now, like with anybody else, I guarantee you, if he was in an accident and he was laid up in a hospital and the doctors were like, "You're going in for surgery and it don't look good," I bet you anything, the first thing he's going to do is put his hands together. He's going to be looking for God real quick. Oh, wait a minute! I thought you were an atheist. Well,
just gotta cover my bet.
Yeah.
It's like when they say in combat, there are no atheists in foxholes.
Yep, that is true. So,
again, if you don't believe in God, that's fine. But you know what? Then just go do your thing and don't come in here and bust my chops.
You don't have to celebrate Christmas, but you don't have to bring everybody else down either. Fascist.
You just stick with the commercialism of it and just roll with that.
Yeah. Go out and buy your, I don't know, whatever you buy. I don't know, whatever.
Okay. So I know the next one I'm going to get some guff for. I know I'm going to get it, but anyway. All right.
Here, ain't there.
Okay. So people who watch this show know that Reverend Cuz absolutely cannot stand at all. Not any all right.
Way, shape, or form.
Way, shape, or form. Everybody knows that Reverend Cuz does not like country music at all. Okay. So now we love Christmas. I love Christmas, but I got to tell you, the Christmas songs, I've heard them ad nauseum. All right, and there's nothing worse than the cheesy Christmas song, except a cheesy Christmas song redone by a country artist. That's as bad as it absolutely can get. And I'm telling you, when I'm in Roy Rogers, eating my cream chip beef on biscuit, and the only thing coming through those damn speakers is country music. And it's like I said, especially now this time of the year, it's country Christmas.
Well, you're in Roy Rogers, for Pete's sake.
I just want to take that plastic knife and jag it into my jugular. I'm like, come on.
Rode off the red-nosed reindeer.
I'm like, dude, come on, man. Jeez. But anyway, that's one of my worst is country Christmas songs. They're horrible. Christmas songs are horrible as they are. Because everybody does them.
Well,
everybody does them, and it's like, okay, your version is no different from their version or from their version, and it's like, okay, not everybody's got to put out a Christmas album.
Right. This, you know what, and a caveat to that. The reason why I say that, I like the stuff by the original artists. I like the original, like no one. I'm going to tell you right now, Nat King Cole. Leave
Nat
the classics.
King Cole was a
Mario Soul, and Mario Soul was he.
He called for his pipe, he called for his bowl, he called for his fiddlers.
Three.
Never mind.
Three. So anyway, but like Nat King Cole, the Carpenters, I love
the Carpenters.
Like Johnny Mathis,
Carpenters.
Stop it. That's rude.
Did you say Johnny Mathis?
Johnny Mathis.
Oh, dude.
But all right, just say wait. I didn't say Engelbert Humperdinck. But
chances are
I wear a silly grin.
All right, go ahead.
But anyway, I like the originals. Oh, and Burl Ives.
I
like Burl Ives.
Oh, I do like Burl Ives.
Burl Ives. Have a holly jolly Christmas.
Okay, see, I do like Burl Ives.
But leave
silver and gold.
Leave the originals alone. And now I will say one of my guilty pleasures songs. I know I'm about to get buzzed.
All right, I'm just checking. I don't know what it is.
Let me see if he knows what it is. It actually after was it 15 years? Something like that. It is now the #1 song on the charts. And it's been out for 15 years. And it's sung by a diva. She's kind of hot looking, but she's batshit crazy. You know who I'm talking about? Mariah Carey. I do like that song that All I Want for Christmas Is You. I do.
Okay, if you're going to do a Christmas song at all, then you're gonna have to run. You have to roll with 2,000 Miles by the Pretenders.
Yes, that is a good song too. No, that's a staple. That I like. That's a contemporary. I like I like that song.
Yes.
Just like I like Paul McCartney, John Lennon, Elton John. Oh, and later we're going to see Elton John tackling a bowl full of salad.
Sofa. All right.
But yes, country Chris. Now see there again, my mom. A good thing my mom doesn't watch the show. She'd be like throwing stuff at me as soon as I walk in the house. What do you mean you don't? I like that country Christmas. Carrie Underwood, Blake Shelton. They can sing all
Blake Shelton. He couldn't sing his way out of a paper bag. Jeez.
Dierks Bentley.
What the hell?
Dirks.
What's that?
He's a singer.
Oh.
He's a country singer.
Oh, okay.
As long as we don't say old achy breaky heart. Old Cyrus. Billy Ray. Billy Ray. So anyway.
All right. So.
In closing.
Yes.
We had another segment we were going to do, but we were running long-winded.
Yeah, it was.
So it was
going to be bullshit Christmas gifts, but
yeah.
We don't have time. Maybe we'll do that in the
next week.
Next week.
Yeah, because everybody will already have gotten their gifts, and we'll see if anybody out there got any of these bullshit Christmas gifts, and they will get their opinion on them.
Yeah,
that's what I'm thinking.
Right. So the next is we're gonna ask. Excuse me. Oh, Angela, come on, man. Billy Ray, sorry, come on now. Come on, girl.
Don't tear my heart. My achy breaky heart.
Anyway, all right. So
don't think you understand. His daughter's batshit crazy.
She's jeez.
Wrecking ball. I'm twerking.
I'm good. Oh, what's his name? Kicked her to the curb.
I know. What a skank.
What's his name?
She had a real man actually that she was.
I don't know what he saw in her at all.
Yeah, but
it's Miley Cyrus. She's so. I like to punch her right in the. All right. Anyway.
All right, anyway, in closing.
So the best. So we talk about the best gift you ever gotten and the worst gift you ever gotten.
Yes.
Best.
Oh, it's me. Me first.
Yes. Betty.
You know the best. I tell you what. The best gift I ever got was Betty. The best gift I ever got was when this was back. So we're going to go back in the time machine and go traveling back in time. And Star Wars just came out at the movie theater, and I remember. I don't know. They put out these toys based on the Star Wars movie, and I had gotten one of the first ones that came out, and it was like the Death Star. And it was like, stood about this tall and stuff. And I mean, I was so happy. And I played with that thing and I basically destroyed it, wrecked it because I was playing with it so much. And now as an adult, I go back and look and see how much that thing is worth if I were still have it intact. And it's worth a lot of money. And I just... Yeah. Yes, that's what I felt like doing. But yes, that was my favorite. That was probably one of my. I've had numerous, but that kind of sticks out in my head. It was one of my first ones that I can remember as a little child that I really liked.
That's very nice.
Yes, it was. It was very nice. What was yours?
Mine, I'd have to go way past my child.
Oh, way past your childhood.
My childhood. I mean, because my childhood sucked.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you do my parents, anyway. But one of the best gifts I ever. This is going to sound a little corny, but I'm telling you. So I forget how old I was. So my wife's family is really big. So we used to do exchange names. So her dad Lee got me one year, And for my gift, he got me, which was hard for him to do because he's a Redskins fan. But he got me some Dallas Cowboy sweatpants and these kind of like moccasin house shoes. I call them house shoes. Some people call them slippers. I call them house shoes.
House shoes.
House shoes. And they were I wore those damn things till those sweatpants were barely ripping off my ass. I had holes in them by the time I had to get rid of them. But I wore those things for years. Same with the house shoes.
Yeah, I remember I remember you wearing the house shoes. Not as much the sweats, but I do remember you wearing those shoes all the time.
All the time. And I don't know how many years I got out of them things, but it was one of the best gifts I ever got because I wore those things for years.
And coming from somebody that was a Redskin fan, and if any of you, I know there's some of you out there watching it that know Lee, he was a diehard Redskin fan.
Yes,
beyond diehard.
It was very hard for him to go and buy those Dallas Cowboys.
It probably caught his hand on fire. He probably had to have somebody else. He probably had to have the sales clerk come up. And
he brought tongs with him. Here, open that bag up.
He probably it's like a vampire touching a cross. The thing was, I say, yeah, you
The name of Christ compels you. Anyway. But it was one of the best. It was one of the best gifts I've ever gotten, and because we decided we couldn't come up with the sentimental BS, so like marriage or your kids or whatever. So we said you couldn't. Yeah. All right, worst.
Okay,
liver worst.
Here again. We're going back when I was a teenager. Going back to when I was a kid. Okay. We actually would get Christmas presents from my grandparents. Now, this was the grandparents on my mother's side. So my dad's grandparents would give us something every now and then or whatever, but the ones on my mom's side would usually send something. So I'm open up. I got two presents from them. So I open up the one. And here I am, a kid, like toys and stuff like that. I just got some Star Wars stuff, and I'm opening all this stuff. I'm opening up this package. I get the box open, and I rip the box open. Oh, wait a minute, this doesn't work with I rip the box open, and what do I get? Plastic clothes hangers, all neatly wrapped in white tissue paper and they weren't loose. At least they weren't loose. They still had the thing.
I said no more plastic hangers.
And then so anyway, my mom's like sitting there because basically it's my mom's dad. It's my mom's dad and her stepmother, which her mom and her stepmother turned out were both certifiably nuts. But anyway, that's another story for them. So she's like, "What would they get you?" And I showed her the clothes hangers, and she's like, "Oh, okay. They must want you to hang up stuff." Which my mom took that as a jab because my mom was like, "Oh, that's a jab on her because they're trying." That's basically what they were trying to say is I need to hang up my clothes.
Your dirty pig pen.
So she's like, "Oh, okay. So what's the next one you got?" So I open it up, and it was I've been a Philadelphia Eagle fan since I was like 9 years old, and I've let everybody know it. I know, got the hat. But anyway, so I open up this thing, and it's a St. Louis Cardinal hoodie, football team hoodie. Now, I didn't. Back then, I didn't have. I was like, okay, I'm not a Cardinals fan, but the hoodie's all right. And I was a husky lad back then, as Reverend Cuz knows. Yes, this was a size medium. I'm looking at this thing, and I tried to put it on.
You might be able to put your head in it.
Hey, you saw the yoga thing we did earlier, the yoga pants we did earlier? That was almost me putting this hoodie sweatshirt on my big butt, my big belly. So, yeah, the clothes hangers was what did it, though. I will never, ever, ever forget the nicely wrapped present with the white tissue paper, and you're opening it up, and it's like plastic hangers. Thank you. So, all right, Reverend Cuz, what is the worst present you have ever gotten?
So, going back to my childhood. So,
We laugh.
I opened this package up, and it is
Yes.
a
Uh-huh.
little dustpan and a little hand broom. And what this was for
Okay.
was to clean up the sawdust off of the floor in the garage where my dad works and stuff. That's the kind of son of a bitch my dad was. My dad was a complete effing asshole. He was a drunk and everything. Anyway, yeah, that to go, and so I'm looking at it, and I'm like, I'm like complete. It's like, and I'm like,
Was it at least like real, or was it one of them little kid things that you can buy?
no, it was a real one. It was a real one. Man must have spent some money on that sucker. Probably at least $5.95 on it. And so I'm just looking at it. I mean, I'm like dumbfounded. I'm like, what the frick?
Now, about how old would you say you were? Were you like a teenager? Were
No.
you pre but like
7, 6, 7? No, 7. Because this is when we were up here. No, 8. It had to be 8. So I'm like, and I'm looking at it, and then my father says, "Hey, that way you can help me out in the garage."
Okay.
Okay, and I'm like, what would I do with this? So I was like, well, what would I do with this? Then he gets pissed. Everybody knew my dad would go to frick off at like a drop of a dime. So he gets pissed, and he's like, to clean up the sawdust and stuff. You moron? And I'm like,
I would have.
okay.
If only you were a little older, you could have sat there. Here's what I think about your dustpan.
And I beat him over the head with it. But anyway, so that's the worst. That's the worst present I ever got.
You know what?
And
Between that and the clothes hangers, I think we're in good shape.
and then when I went to use it, he get pissed off because I wasn't using it right.
No, you don't use it that way.
I'm like, how many ways is there to do it? You put the dustpan down and you flip.
Well, not only that, but when you're probably like, if it were me, if I was that young, being 7 years old, I'd try and make it like a game, like I'm playing, like
something.
Right.
But he got pissed because he's like, he yelled at me. He's like, first you get the broom, the push broom, and you push all of it into a damn pile. Then you use the thing. And I'm
now,
like,
go get it.
I'm like, okay. Why? Yeah. Anyway.
That's terrible. That's terrible. Anyway, if there's anybody out
Merry
there,
Christmas.
if there's anybody out there that has some similar stuff, like if you want to leave a message on our Facebook page, let us know what the best present that you would receive that you remember, and see if you can top the worst Christmas present you ever got, or the one that sticks in your mind the most.
Or maybe oranges in your stocking.
Yep. No oranges though.
I love oranges, but I'm just saying but as a kid, you're like,
right. Well,
oranges?
you don't understand. I didn't understand either until I got older. There is actually an origin. It's German about putting an orange in the stocking.
I ain't German asshole.
Well, but still, we
Germans.
We pick up the stuff.
Nazi bastards.
If you have an orange in your stocking, it's supposed to bring good luck for the coming year.
Okay.
I didn't know that either as a kid. I'm the same way. I'm like, why do I have?
Look what I got in my stocking.
Why does Santa
citrus?
And it's got mold on it. Oh, honey, that's penicillin.
That'll prevent scurvy.
Yeah, or other things.
All right.
When you go out on the town.
So. Oh, there too. Bambi Lee's.
Or Kim cheese.
Or Kim cheese.
Whatever.
Right.
They're having
Anyway.
a Christmas special.
Okay.
Anyway. All right, we rambled on. As a matter of fact, we're like
We're way off
time. So
my bad.
It's
No,
our
your
it's
bad.
our Christmas specials.
Yes, it's a special.
And we already lost some people. Hey, Angela, what's the score of the game if you're still watching us? I think we lost some people. Anyway, we're about to go up and watch the game ourselves, though. She likes the Bears.
Go Bears.
Yes. Go Bears. The Bears.
The Bears.
The Bears are playing the Chiefs right now. So
yeah.
Anyway.
All right, that's all I got. So, Merry Christmas. And I know we bitch a lot and there's a lot, but really, it's the time of the season where, you get with your immediate family, the ones you got, the ones you're actually responsible for. And get with your family and by the way, like we've said before, just pay attention at work or something, because there could be that one person, or maybe not even work or somewhere else, could be that person that doesn't have anybody to deal with or is lonely and stuff, because this is the time when depression really kicks in. Wait. So just be aware and be cognizant of people, and be there if somebody needs something.
Absolutely. I agree 100%.
And that's all I got. That's all for me.
Yep. And I'll just want to add on to that a Merry Christmas, and just hug your family, hug your friends, go out and enjoy yourself. And if you do see somebody, if you know somebody that needs a little help, and a lot of people are like, well, why do you get depressed around the holidays? And I think a lot of it, people don't realize, if you've had family members or friends that have passed, and this is like the first Christmas that they're not there, and you're used to having them there or whatever, it can be difficult. It can be a difficult time.
Yep.
So just kind of keep an eye on them, and, everybody just be happy. Pray for everybody. Just pray and have a great Christmas.
That's if you're a believer. If you're an atheist, then don't do that.
Yeah, we pray for you. We'll pray for you that, yes. Salami and bacon. So anyway, have a great Christmas, and we'll be back on Saturday.
Back, yes,
we'll be back next Saturday.
I think we're back on Saturday, right?
I don't know. Your appointment.
Is there any games going on Sunday that would make sense for us to do it on Sunday?
No. Well, we all the final games, all final football games are on Sunday.
So,
all of them.
Okay.
So
I thought I saw a bunch on Saturday.
No, that was just last Saturday.
All right.
I think you're putting them all on to say.
Got it.
As of right now, we'll see you this coming Saturday, right after Christmas. Let us know. Get ready. You can let us know what kind of gifts you got, because we're going to go over that. We're going to go over some of the Christmas gifts that we think are just like
BS.
Yeah, BS. So, as if we didn't do enough of that. So, we love everybody. Take care of yourselves. And give us a second. And until next week. Sucky. Oh, pray for everybody. You have fun. Merry Christmas. Oh, and happy Hanukkah to all of you. Good night.
Sound like an Asian Jew.
Cheers.